Hello there, Taurus. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of September 21st through the 27th. What you have coming up on Monday is you have the Fool card. I love to see the Fool card. This card really, to me, talks about a leap of faith. So that's what I see you taking on Monday is a leap of faith, Taurus. So there's something in your life that you know 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 how to handle or what to do about. And that knowing is coming from deep inside of you. It's coming from the gut. It's coming from the intuition, from instinct, whatever word you want to put on that, okay? It's coming really from that greater creative source inside you. It's not something that's logical. And so because it's not something that really came in through a logical way, it's kind of hard to justify. And it's kind of hard to talk to your friends about the situation and say, you know, I really want to do such and such about this deal, about this situation, and have them be on board with you because you can't really justify it up here, and they can't either. So unless you have, you know, friends that are highly tuned in as well, it's going to be kind of a difficult sell. But if you do have friends that are highly tuned in, then they may get it. But here's the deal. I see that on Monday, what you're doing is you're following that knowing in spite of the fact that you can't justify it logically. You're just going, man, I have to do this. And so here is the wonderful thing about this leap of faith. When you follow a knowing like that, it's the beginning of an amazing journey. It's saying to Sacred Spirit, I trust this information that you are sending in to me. I'm going to honor that information by following it and acting on it. And what happens is by doing this, you're putting Sacred Spirit in a position now where Sacred Spirit has to show that, okay, now I'm going to honor you too. Has to show that, you know, I'm not going to leave you hanging because Sacred Spirit does have our backs. So when we start into a situation and it's a leap of faith situation that we're going on with the sacred knowing that we have coming in from inside of us, Sacred Spirit honors that. And so He'll show us, okay, now what's the next step? Whenever we're wondering, well, what do we do now? What's the next step? Sacred Spirit will bring in that next step. And things will start just kind of falling into place on that path for us that maybe we could have never imagined before. So it's the beginning of this absolutely wonderful journey. As long as you stay tuned into Sacred Spirit, as long as you don't allow fear to come in and take over and change your course, if you can stay tuned into Sacred Spirit, it's just an amazing wonderfulness that you're on right now. Okay, so let's move on to Tuesday, Taurus. You have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is telling me that on Tuesday you do have some situation that you're feeling kind of paralyzed about. You don't know how to handle it, and so you're not moving forward with it in any way. When we have the Hanged Man, this is telling me that you are taking some time on Tuesday to slow down, to think about this situation, to meditate about this situation, maybe even to check in with Spirit about this situation and figure out, okay, what can be done here? What is the way to handle this? So that's what I see you doing on Tuesday, really finding some time to look deeply into what can be done about a situation that has you feeling a little bit paralyzed. Now Wednesday, really great card, Four of Cups showing up in reverse. Now the Four of Cups in reverse tells me that it's very easy on Wednesday to feel like having a pity party. Let's throw a pity party, have everybody show up, everybody have sympathy for me, everybody empathize for me, everybody tell me, you know, how wonderful I am and how terrible it is that, you know, all this stuff has happened to me, how it's not fair, yada, 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 yada. And then a lot of us have pity parties all by ourselves and we think all that stuff all on our own, and that's fine too. Either way, it's not productive. Don't do it. Total waste of time, total waste of energy, makes you feel like blech. Who wants to feel like blech? Like I can't even see any of you guys spiritually raising your hands when I say that. Nobody wants to feel blech. So, Four of Cups in reverse is talking about you have this temptation to have the pity party, but you're not really sitting in that pity party very long. So if you even let it come in at all, I feel like what you decide to do is you decide to shift your focus. When you feel this energy coming in, you decide to shift that focus from pity party type focus to, okay, so what are the opportunities that I have out here? You're not focusing on what happened that's making you feel bad, that has you upset. You're focusing on, okay, well, what can I do about it? How do I move forward from here? So much more productive. Yay. Very happy for you, Taurus. Good job. Now, let's move on to Thursday. Thursday, we have the falling tower. Yippee. It is actually yippee in the long term. It's not so yippee in the short term. The falling tower just tells me that on Thursday, you have a situation that you felt pretty secure about, like you felt like it could last indefinitely and you felt safe there. And all of a sudden, it's just gone, just like that. And so whenever it disappears just like that, it can be a little bit disconcerting. And so it might take a little bit for us to get our feet under ourselves when that happens. So Taurus, that may be what you're dealing with on Thursday. You may be just trying to scramble to get your feet back under yourself. Now here's the long-term picture of the tower though. The long-term picture is this is you getting comfortable in a place, and so comfortable in this place or in this situation that you're not looking around for other opportunities to grow or to expand. And so you're just kind of sitting on your duff coasting. And after a while, Spirit says, rest is okay. Coasting, not so much. That's not why you're here. So if we don't keep progressing towards growth and expansion, Spirit will give us a little bit of a nudge once in a while. And so that's really what the Tower card talks about. It talks about Spirit saying, you know what, this is nice. This was perfectly appropriate maybe 2 years ago, but now it's time to move on. It's time to grow and expand and do something different, something that, you've learned what you need to learn here. Now it's time to move on to somewhere else where you can learn some new things. And so Spirit will kind of kick you out of that situation that felt so safe. So the beautiful thing about this, though, is that when Spirit does that, there are other opportunities out there that are better for us than where we were before. So in the long term, what you do is you start looking around and you start seeing those better opportunities and you begin to move forward again. But at first it is a little bit of a struggle. It's like, first you were coasting right along, everything was cool, happiness, and now all of a sudden you're scrambling to get your feet under yourself. That's kind of where you are on Thursday. Just remember, long term it's good. Long term you're going to come out ahead of the game. So don't be stressing out too much on Thursday. Now, Friday, look at this. We've already got a great card the very next day for you. Friday, we have the Strength card. And the Strength card is an awesome card. This card really talks about being in a place where you have a lot of self-acceptance going on. You're not beating yourself up over silliness. You are accepting yourself the way you are. And the beautiful thing about the Strength card is if there are things that you don't like about yourself so much, you at least accept them. And once you accept them, then you can do the work it takes to improve them or make them better. But until you accept even those things that you don't like about yourself, then you can't do anything about them. As long as you're denying anything you don't like about yourself, you obviously can't fix it because you're not looking at, wow, I have something I need to fix here. But the self-acceptance card is really a good card because you do get to accept those things that maybe aren't perfect about yourself, but you also get to accept those things that are really fantastic about you as well. So it's a really great card in that it allows you to grow and move forward, and it also allows you to get a more accurate picture of your own self-worth and how wonderful you really actually are. Really great card to come in for Friday for you Tauruses. Now, on Saturday, what you have showing up is you have the Two of Cups. And what the Two of Cups is telling me is that there's something going on Saturday that really has your attention, that has your fascination. And so this is really, these are good feelings. So this is a good card. This can be that you're giving your attention or that you're fascinated by another person. This can be fascination by a project or a hobby. So it doesn't really matter what. The Cups cards, people try to make the Cups cards relationship cards. They're not always relationship cards. They're emotions cards. And typically we do have emotions tied to relationships, but not always. And so it's important to remember that there's a broad spectrum of ways that this can manifest, especially in a general reading. Because, you know, if I was doing a private reading for one of you, I would pick up, okay, this is manifesting as a person, this is manifesting as a project, and I would know which direction to tell you. But in a general reading, this can be manifesting a bunch of different ways for all kinds of you. So it's really important when we're doing a general reading for you guys to realize that Cups cards are not just about relationships. They are about how you feel on that day about something. Doesn't even have to be another person, just how you feel. So Two of Cups, feeling really good, feeling attracted and intrigued by something. And also, the Cups cards too can talk about how you feel about yourself. Doesn't have to be about another person or another thing. It can be about your own relationship with self and how you're feeling there too. So if you've got, like say right here, Friday, you got the Strength card, you're accepting yourself. Saturday, this very well could be about how you feel about yourself as well. This could be, you know, you're finding things that you like about yourself. You're enjoying your own company. You are really appreciating those good things about yourself that Spirit has made a part of you. So that really could be for the majority of you. Anyway, whatever it is, you're feeling attracted and fascinated by something on Saturday. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so that was Saturday. Sunday, what we have coming up is we have the Justice card. And the Justice card is just telling me that, let's see, is this happening to you or are you doing it? The Justice card, I feel like there's somebody, there's somebody evaluating you. So a lot of times this comes up in court situations where somebody is actually making a decision about something that you're in court about. Now, being on Sunday, I don't see that happening for the majority of you. I do know some places do have weekend court, and so for some of you this may be true, that it's a court thing, but this can also be a police officer deciding if he's going to give you a ticket or a warning. This can be a partner, a romantic partner, or a romantic interest trying to decide if he wants to or if she wants to take the relationship to the next level or not. This can be another way that you could be evaluated. This could be if you have a job application in somewhere. This could be people looking over that application and evaluating whether they want to bring you on or not. Lots of different ways. This can be something that came up at work, something that came up in the family where people are evaluating, okay, this thing happened that wasn't really ideal. What were his or her motives when this got started? Was this thing what this person really intended at the beginning? So this is just basically all about people evaluating you. Whenever this card comes in right side up, this is telling me that whatever it is you're being evaluated on, you're being evaluated fairly. So the outcome of this evaluation will be a fair one. So if you have been operating above board and living by the golden rule, you can expect that this evaluation, the results of it will reflect that. If you've been trying to get away with stuff and sort of trying to do things secretly under the board, this evaluation is also going to reflect that. So it really is, it's fair, it's justice, it's fairness. So fairness coming out. So somebody evaluating you and a very fair decision coming out about that, from that evaluation. So that's your week, Taurus. Thank you all for stopping by, for spending time with me. I do appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscriptions. For those of you who are purchasing my daily videos, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who have had readings with me and who will have readings with me, I thank you for that as well. I appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you here next time. Peace out.